Oh man, look at this. This is steak fajitas. Oh boy, this is really good. Look at that. Oh man. Gotta stick around and watch this one. Hey everybody, I hope you're having an awesome day. I know I am. It's a beautiful day out. It's a beautiful day to be doing this, so I'm really happy to be here. I think we're gonna do some cooking today, and we got something exciting for you. So hopefully you really enjoy it. I had mentioned in the last video something about making some fajitas, so I think that we kind of got in the mood to do that. So we had actually bought some steaks a while ago. They were on sale, so they were a little less than half price. So we bought a couple of family packs of them. So we took a couple of the steaks. They were ribeye steaks, which is probably my favorite kind of meat to have, favorite kind of beef steak. So we took those, we cut them all up, and we sliced them up into little cubes. So we're going to use that for our meat for our fajitas today, as well as we did take and we carved up some peppers. So we have an orange one and a red one. So depending on what you want, if you want some green, you can put green in there. And then we have some onion that we're going to saute in with it as well. So those are kind of the ingredients. Hey, so hopefully this is something that you're interested in. Hopefully you stick around. Hopefully you'd like to see this is how I can eat keto and really enjoy myself. So hopefully you really like this. I'm hoping that you really will. So I know I am going to like it because I'm going to get to eat it. So with that said, hey, hit that subscribe button down there and turn it from red to white. That would be greatly appreciated. Hit that little bell icon so when you get when I do some cooking or we do a day of eating or no matter what we're doing, product reviews or anything else, you get notified of what we're doing. As well as, hey, we got a membership down there, so if you want to say, hey, I'd like to see you cook this or that, the other thing, and that's part of the members' benefits to suggest what they'd like to see me cook next. Go down there and join that membership and get going. As well as just about everything that you see today in this video, there'll be a link down below for as well. So some of them are discount codes, so we're actually going to use the spicy taco base keto chow. So here's the keto chow, spicy taco base. So we're going to use this as our seasoning for the meat and the veggies. So that's what we're going to use. So there is a discount code for that down below. So let's get started right away, right? So no holds barred. So first what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of butter in the pan because we're going to saute our onions and get those nice and colorful and looking good. So we're going to melt some butter in here. I guess I should have melted that butter while we were talking. I also have some butter in here. So this is some melted butter we're going to use for the with the seasoning. Make sure everything's all mixed up good in it. Oh, you know what? Let me adjust my camera. I'm getting all started here and getting going. Let me adjust my camera so you can actually see what I'm doing here, and then we'll get really things going good here. So, all right, here we go. The butter is melted. We're going to throw in our onions into this and start getting them cooking and sauteing them up. All right, it goes around. Now I just put some butter in here, so we're just going to kind of saute them. So once they get nice and cooked, then we'll add the rest of our ingredients. Now while these are starting to cook up a little bit here, we're going to take our meat. I'm actually going to put some gloves on for this part of it, just because I guess it's more politically correct if I do. Also, it keeps my hands a little cleaner. So, right. So I'm going to take the meat and I'm going to put in the veggies with it. So I'm going to put in the peppers with it. Again, you can put whatever you want in there. I'm going to kind of mix them around a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this butter here. This is about a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm going to pour it on here. And then I'm going to just kind of mix it all together. Kind of get it, butter and everything together on it. Then I'm going to take, and I probably should have opened this because now my hands are all slimy. Ooh. So we're going to take the keto chow, we're going to sprinkle the keto chow all over it. Alright, now we're going to mix this all in. Alright, and once that's all mixed in, that's good. We're going to take off our gloves. I can stir around the onions a little bit. Once those onions are cooked up really good. Alright, we'll come back here in a minute when these onions are ready to go. We'll show you the next part. Alright, these onions look like they're good to me. So they're cooking up good. I'm going to throw the meat in here. Meat and the veggies. I'm going to get that going. Now, if you don't want to use butter, you could use olive oil, avocado oil, whatever kind of oil you want. I just kind of decided to go with the butter because I did. Now, I'm going to also throw in here just a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit of Frank's Red Hot, just a little bit. I don't want to use much. This is 2 tablespoons. I'm going to use that in there. And then we're going to use some of this Peptides salsa, but this is the mild version. So I'm not a big spicy person, so I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of this. I guess I should have put it in a cup. It's been easier to control. Alright, let's stir that in here. This will give everything that nice spicy taste and not be too hot because I don't want it too hot. I just want it nice so that I have a little bit of a bite. Alright, so now I'm just going to let this come on here and I'm going to let this cook up. We'll come back in a few minutes. I'll show you what it's looking like and we'll talk about the next part of it. Alright, it looks like it's done. It looks really good. It smells so good. I'm telling you. So I turned this off. I'm going to let this simmer for a few minutes. I'll let it cool down for a few minutes. And then we'll talk about plating it up. Hopefully also some of the juices will burn off a little bit on it too as well. But this is smell amazing. I'm going to tip the camera up because I want to talk a little bit about, of course, probably the most important part to everybody, because everybody's going to say, well, okay, that's understandable. That's keto or low carb. But how do you have it on a shell that's low carb? So let's talk about that. I'm going to tip the camera up so I can talk to you about that. Alright, so I changed the angle of the camera a little bit. I adjusted it. Hopefully it's okay. It's not too low. I don't know if I have to scooch down. Hopefully I don't. I think that you can see the top of my head. But anyway, so I'm going to talk a little bit about this before when this was off. So I'm just hoping that the steam will steam out and make it a little thicker. I did have to put some more. I put some black pepper in it just because I wanted it to season it to my tasting. So I put a little bit of black pepper into it, a little grounded. But I wanted to talk about the shell and what are we going to have for dinner for the shell. So there's a number of options that you can have, right? So and just to kind of go through them and real quick like and see what kind of shells we're going to have. And then we'll come back and I'll plate one up and we'll try it. Actually, probably let this cool down a little bit because it's pretty hot, but it looks really good. It smells amazing in here. So the first and probably the one that I use right now the most is just, I don't know why it is, but it just happens to be the one. The egglife wrap. So this is just egg whites that they make into egg to a wrap. So, and I think have you seen any of the other day of eatings or anything else? You've seen me use these before. I use them a lot for wraps, just about everything. So they actually have, I don't have any today, but if I had planned it out a little bit better, I would have gotten some of the Southwestern ones because they actually have some nice spice in them and stuff as well. So I probably would have ate one of those. Now this has 0 carbs in it, so 25 calories in each one of these. So it's a really good option. It's pretty strong. It actually doesn't have a lot of taste in it, so it actually would absorb the savory taste from this fajita mix in here. So, all right. Then the next one that we use a lot. We use these a real lot. We use these when we make tacos and just about everything else. And these are the ones I think we're going to use tonight. And this is the cheese wraps. So that you see, they are. So this is a really good option. Now we will heat these up in a pan or in a microwave real quick. Like for some reason when you heat them up for a couple of minutes like that, or a couple seconds, I should say like 30 seconds in a microwave, and then let them cool down. For some reason the wraps seem to be much more pliable and they actually work really well. I would follow the directions on the back on how to do it, right? So, but again, really good option. These are 1 carb a piece. I'm giving you these as total carbs, right? So really good thing I think these are really good option to have. And these are what we will be eating. The fajitas on tonight will be one of these. And then these, I should have taken them out. I probably would use these tonight, but I didn't think to take them out of the freezer in time, so they're still frozen. But next time we have something to like tacos or something like that, I'll probably take these out of the freezers and use them. These are the tortillas. These are made from unbun. So again, if you look at them, they're they're really pretty clean ingredients. They're made out of almond flour, pumpkin seed, protein, coconut flour, psyllium husk. So it's pretty clean stuff. So really good stuff. It's probably the only bread that I would eat too that from a store would be the unbun, just because of the clean ingredients it is. Now I will tell you, because it is almond flour, it's a little bit higher in carbs, right? So this has 11 total carbs in it, but it has 8 dietary fiber. So if you're doing net carbs, it only has 3 net carbs in it. So if you're doing net carbs and if you want to stay clean or stay with stuff that doesn't inflame your body, I should say, these untortilla shells from Unbun are the bomb, right? So, and then the other thing that we use these capini wraps quite a bit as well. Now the only thing with capini wraps is they're more like a crepe. They're thin, right? So again, these are made from eggs. They're really good. We use it for breakfast burritos and all kinds of stuff like that as well. So these are really good. So if I did this and I use these tonight for this, I would probably put 2 or 3 of these together, just because of the fact they're so thin that as it absorbs the juice, it may get a little bit messy. But those are the 4 options that I would go with if you're looking at this. Again, this has 0 total carbs in it. This is really made from eggs as well, egg whites and cauliflower. So like I said, it's those are the 4 options that I would go with. So pretty good options. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you would use. What's your favorite wrap that you use? Tell me down in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you're doing. So, all right. So I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna take this out of here, and we're gonna plate it up, and then we're gonna eat dinner. All right. All right. So I just put a little bit on a plate so we could do the taste test, and we could talk a little bit about that. Again, I might let it cool down a little bit more so it thickens up a little bit more. But I wanted to taste it, and I couldn't wait. So I'm really, the smell is driving me crazy. So. The steak is nice and tender. It's really good. It has a really nice flavor to it. It's not too hot, so, but you can taste the spicy in it. So. It's that's good. That's really good. Again, I'm going to go over the macros in here. I have not put everything. I kind of switched this up because usually we make it with chicken, and we make it a little bit different. And we wanted to make it this way. I can really taste that spice. Boy, that's nice. That's good. That's really good. And I'm going to take a drink just because I don't want to talk and then start choking again, right? So, but anyway, so we're going to go and eat this in a minute. But hey, before we go any further, before I think of it, if you like the content and you like what you're seeing here, please do me a favor, thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon. That would be truly greatly appreciated. It shows me that that what I'm doing is what you like. And that's how I know that I'm doing a good job, so that I can continue to do this hopefully for you because you're enjoying it. So again, a really simple, easy recipe for you. So so real quick, like in here. So calories in here. Now this is without the shell because it's going to really vary. Like I said, on the shell, whether you go with the 0 carb shells or a 3 carb shell or a 11 carb shell, or however you want to do it, or however, but that's really simply up to you. So I'm going to go just based on what this is right here. So this right here right now is about 200. A serving of this is about 227 calories in it. It has about 14 grams of fat in it, just because of the butter that I put in there and stuff. So if you wanted to use less of that, you could probably use the olive oil instead, or you could even cut it back down a little bit and not put so much in it. And then total carbs in it has about 4 total carbs in it. So 4 total carbs for a dinner. You can't go wrong with that, at least for me anyway. So it's got about 1.2 carbs of 1.2 fiber in it. So that would give you a net carb of it would give you a net carb of 2.9 per serving. So that's pretty good. You can't go wrong with 2.9 if you're doing net carbs, or I can't go wrong, with 4 carbs. All right, so I'll take it. And then the protein on it is 30. The steak's pretty high, so it's pretty good. It's really tender. I really like it. It's a great recipe. I really enjoy it. So, I love seasoned meat. It's so good I can't talk with my mouth full. I gotta enjoy the flavor of the whole thing, right? So anyway, here, you try it. Let me know down below. Take a picture of it. Post it on my Facebook page, or go over there and tag me on Instagram. That would be greatly appreciated. I would love to see how you make it. I'd love to see what it would look like in a wrap as well. So, all right. Hey, you guys, I want you to have a great day, a great week, a great weekend. Enjoy your summer. You know, let's get healthy, you know, together. You know, let's lose some weight. Let's look good, feel good, and let's do this all right, because you know what? You guys are awesome and can do this, right? So I will talk to you later with some more great information. All right? See you later.